Welcome, welcome. My name is Ryan Price, and this is the Haunted Playhouse. This is episode 3 for this year. We've done 2 reviews of props, and today we have a special video. This video is a build video of a time lapse of our spider hallway that we built this weekend, or actually last weekend. What we wanted to do was basically show you exactly how we did it. And if anybody else is interested, you'll have a better idea of how to be able to build your own spider hallway. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Terror on Timber Lane. They're over in Marietta, Georgia. Jason does that haunt, and he was the one that pretty much gave me the idea of this beef netting. That's how I'm actually using beef netting to be able to create this spider hallway. Regular spider webs is it's just hard to manage that, right? This is very easy to manage. You just need a good pair of scissors, a very nice staple gun, and something that you can be able to staple to, pretty much. And that's pretty much what's required for your spider hallway. So let me go ahead and talk about some of the different types of spider beef nettings that's out there. So first off, try not to buy your beef netting through a haunted house website. It's going to cost you up the wazoo. We were looking at over $200. I ended up getting 20 pounds of this beef netting for $88 with shipping coming from Tennessee. We live in Georgia, so shipping wasn't that bad. There are 2 types of beef netting. There's 50% cotton and 50% polyester, and then 100% polyester. The pros and cons behind both of them. You can use either one of them. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on what type of look you're looking for. You can see here on the left-hand side, the netting on the left-hand side looks a lot brighter, a little bit wider than the netting on the right-hand side. That's because the beef netting that Jason gave me to test it out was a cotton polyester, which actually has a really good look and feel, but it doesn't stretch as much. It is a little bit discolored, so it's not as white. I do like the very white look of these cobwebs. So, it really just depends on which one works best for you, but I like the polyester. Some people like the other one, so it's really just kind of up to you how which one you want to use. To get this done, you basically just stretch it out. It does come in like a tube, so you have to cut it in half. But once you figure out how much you need, cut it in, and then staple it in the corners, then you just stretch it out, and then just use the little scissors and snip, 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 and that basically makes it look like a spider web. So that's one of the things that you really need to be, this is something that you can do very easily. You do have to have the proper materials to be able to build it in the right area, but I found that this was about a 2.5 hour process of actually setting this up. We had to add some additional things later, which probably took another hour or so, but at the end of the day, it was actually a pretty easy process, and I think the effect looks really good. A lot better than what our spider hallway used to look like. With that said, I would recommend, if you're doing this, to have a second pair of hands, just because it is very easy to be able to, it just goes by a lot faster. Another thing, if you are looking to be able to have the spider web up in the ceiling, you need to have some sort of 2x4, and I had to put a additional beam because I wanted like a 45-degree angle for the tunnel. So I put the webbing on the very top, and then I actually ended up putting the webbing on the corners as well to kind of symbolize, to make it look like more of a tunnel than just a simple little hallway of spiders. One of the things I did notice was the 2x3 wasn't secured, so I went ahead and secured it right here, so you can see me screwing that in. And then we basically did one long piece. Technically, we could have probably done a long piece across the way and just done one long piece and then not having to do individual ones, but I think having it with the individual pieces on the actual walls makes it a little bit more authentic. So you can see here where we actually got everything set up. We started stretching it out, and then the battery unfortunately died at this point. Getting near to this point. So one of the things that really, you just need to kind of get an idea of how you want to approach it and how you want to do it. The Haunted Playhouse will be open October 25th, so it's right around the corner. So this is actually the final product of, or near the final product of what the hallway looks like. You can still see we have a bunch of stuff that's there, but you can see we made some egg sacks. We also have our cocoon guy. We have our spiders there. We got a bunch of spiders that we're going to be adding, little bats. And that's pretty much what the final product looks like. I think it looks really good. It looks very authentic. It's the first time ever doing this, so this is I'm very impressed with it. So with that said, this is the Haunted Playhouse. My name is Ryan Price. We'll be open October 25th, and I hope to see you guys when we're open. Thanks again. Bye.